There is one question that has been in the back of every NASCAR fan's mind since 2010, and that's, what did Elliott Sadler's Pocono crash really look like? This mystery has become famous within the NASCAR community, and recently has sparked interest once again on Twitter. We all search for new angles on Sadler's wreck, but sadly nothing new has popped up. Just to catch everyone up to speed, Elliott Sadler had a massive hit at Pocono in 2010. But what's so special? Well, there's no actual footage of the wreck, and it may be one of the hardest hits in NASCAR history. There is one angle where you can see Sadler nose into the barrier, but that's it. Here's that clip.
Green.
Oh my
Right.
gosh.
Oh.
Oh, my gosh.
Hey, oh, look at that.
Head on into that Armco.
That's down in a 90-degree corner.
There is also a shaky camera angle captured by a fan here, but it really doesn't help us. So how could a professional camera crew miss one of the hardest hits in NASCAR history? Well, Kurt Busch was turned into the wall and all eyes were on him. Even the camera angle that you could barely see Sadler in was on complete accident, as all the focus was on Kurt Busch. So what do we know about the wreck? By the footage, we know that he nosed into the elbow of the Armco barrier, which is a very dangerous part. We also know the engine flew out of the car, which means that the hit had to be monumental. By watching the wreck, that's pretty much it, but we can find out more about this wreck. Many witnesses claim that they saw an old race view clip that Sadler was turned by Allmendinger. Now this clip has since gone out of existence, but we can infer that this is true because Allmendinger and Sadler were running right by each other at the time of the incident, indicated by the ticker. And I don't see any reason for anyone to lie about this. So now we know for sure that he was turned into the inside wall, and we can safely assume that that was Allmendinger. And this just helps create an image in our head for what really happened. Now take a look at this interview.
Couldn't tell kind of what was going on, and everybody kind of started checking up, and as I checked up, the car behind me just didn't get checked up as fast as we did, got spun down through the grass, and I remember going through the grass, facing the guardrail, thinking to myself, okay, I'm going to hit this, but I'm going to be okay. And then all of a sudden at impact, I remember I never blacked out or anything. I remember the nose of the car in the ground, the tail of the car up in the air as I'm spinning back around. And I remember just...
If you heard that, the nose of his car was towards the ground and the back of his car was in the air while he was spinning. So just imagine Gordon's Las Vegas crash, but the impact was so hard that the tail of the car was way up in the air. So full credit to NASCAR 824 here. He posted a little video on this, and he put this picture, which I thought was very interesting and I'd never seen brought up. You can tell where he hits the ground. I'm not really good at estimating, but that is, what, 5 car lengths maybe a little more, maybe a little bit less, that he traveled in the air spinning before he landed. And then he eventually landed, and the momentum pushed him back up onto the track. We can verify something like this that happened with a close look on Kurt's onboard camera. This is some hidden footage that's been kind of hidden in plain sight. A lot of people really don't know. You can see here that the black pixels there that you see, you can probably make out Sadler's car, but that is indeed Sadler's car, and you can see it. It was completely off of the ground. All I can imagine is his car looked like a tornado for a few seconds, or like a top, before he hit the ground and slid back up onto the track. So how did he land? Note the damage on the back of the car. It seems like he landed on it. In pictures, it looks like there is what appears to be some mud on the back and on the rear tires. Typically, there won't be mud on tires by simply going through the grass, so I'm assuming he had to have landed on it and dug up some earth. Some people think that his car spun and hit the wall with the back of the car to cause this damage. But if that were the case, there would be damage to the right door side as well, and there is not. So to wrap it all up from start to finish, this is what I believe happened. While Kurt Busch gets spun on the backstretch, everybody starts checking up. However, AJ Allmendinger doesn't get slowed up in time and turns Sadler into the inside wall. Sadler picks up momentum on the slick grass and hits the inside wall right in the elbow, the worst possible angle. The back of the car lifts up and he starts spinning in the air. The weight shifts and the back of the car hits the ground first, and he slides back up onto the track. So that was my take on Sadler's crash, guys, and I really don't think the real thing could be too far off of what I described. I'm convinced that's what happened, but I would love to know your opinions, what I got wrong, anything at all, any other clues that could help us figure out what really happened. That would be awesome. And if you guys did enjoy the video, hit that like button and subscribe if you are new. Peace.